to forget, because we're old now, some of the younger people don't know, but that movement, the print movement, the magazines, I was on the Conditions Collective for Conditions, the lesbian feminist magazine back east. When Aché came around, it was like, whoa, really? Okay. We are alive and kicking. But that also rolled us into many other parts of activism. I mean, there is an American with Disabilities Act because of the work that lesbians did. So many other privileges that we sometimes take for granted came because of our movement and our stories and the consciousness raising that our stories were able to bring to ourselves and then to the world around us. I'm going to read a short section from the Gilda Stories. That this was printed, this is older than most of my friends' children. It just had its 25th anniversary reprint. So, and it's finally available in ebook, and it's going to be an Audible book as well. So Gilda is in the 21st century, and since she's a vampire, she can go forever.
Are you reading it?
I don't know. I'm just going to send them a tape anonymously and see what they think. And the biggest thing I guess I learned is I got so much from all of the women who were doing these magazines and publishing the books. It helped me be a lesbian feminist and then helped me try to change the world. So wherever you can take something, you have to learn to give something back. And that's what the Gilda Stories is all about. So here's in Rosebud, Missouri, 1921. Gilda is out looking to share the blood, because you know she doesn't just take it. She's outside of a bordello. She grew up in a bordello after she escaped from slavery, so she's not estranged from them. She listens from the street, and she hears a girl whose head was a jumble of thoughts and awash in resignation. Gilda rummaged through them, picking at each. Uncertainty, shame, need for companionship. She felt young to Gilda, or at least young in knowledge. There was little protection around her, simply guileless perseverance. But most amazing was that the woman was devoid of dreams. She had no fantasy or embellished aspirations on which to affix her daily life. Today barely existed. Gilda pushed into the room with her own thoughts, infinitely more directed. She massaged the girl's spirit, loosened the bonds that wound tightly around her chest. Gilda entered the back door of the establishment and heard patrons and business girls in the front parlor still praising the pianist and cornetist. She slipped stealthily into the deserted kitchen and up the back stairway, following the line of control holding the young woman in sleep. She passed the closed doors of the corridor. Behind some, she heard the grunts of impending and expended passion. Behind one, she heard silence. No thoughts, no dreams. She entered the darkened room and was stunned by the close air of defeat. The girl lay on her back, a mass of auburn curls plastered to her damp head. Her face was set in grimness, her fist clenched by her side, as if prepared to do battle with the world she cared little for. Gilda peered into the creamy white features, wondering where along the short path this one had traveled, she'd lost her ability to dream. Even in the fearful hours of dawn, before Gilda could be certain there would be another night of life, dreams crept into her rest to stimulate her mind and heart. A small incision to the side of the neck, blood seeping out slowly. It reminded her of the wounds she and her sisters suffered on their tiny hands as they'd wrenched the cotton from its stiff branches on the plantation. Lines of blood had covered them until the flesh was hardened by experience. Gilda put her lips to the trickle of blood and turned it into a tide washing through her, making her heart pump faster. Her insistent suckling created a new pulse and filled her with new life. In return, she offered dreams. She held the girl's body and mind tightly, letting the desire for a future life flow through them both, a promising reverie of freedom and challenge. The woman absorbed Gilda's desire for family, for union with others, for new experience. As the blood left her body, the woman's psyche responded with a moment of terror, which Gilda used to further suffuse her dreams with urgency. She wrapped the fear around the edge of the dream, making it all the more compelling. Gilda did not stop taking the blood until she felt parts of her dream become the girl's own. Gilda pulled back, comfortable with rooting a dream inside this girl. She loosened her hold so that the young woman's breathing returned to normal, backed away from the bed, looking down at a face now full of expectations. The woman's fists were relaxed. She'd reached one hand up to cover her own small breast where it rested, as if giving assurance to a lover. The sounds of Saturday night life continued to reverberate as she walked out on the street. She maintained a slow pace, moving south and west to the edge of the city, enjoying the evening air and the memory of the girl's soft skin. Her resurgent dreams cast a new glow on Gilda's life. In giving dreams, she had recaptured her own.
Yeah.